Welcome to Digital Champions TV, where we get insights from top leaders in advertising and marketing. I'm Greg Kirkham, and today we're diving into confidence coaching and digital marketing with Ebony Acton, the confidence coach and digital marketing strategist at the Regality Experience based in Annapolis, Maryland. Thanks for coming on, Ebony.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here, Greg.
Now, so the Regality Experience, where did it get its roots?
So I compete in pageants. So I'm actually a current pageant title holder. My title is Miss Summit United States. And one day I was taking a digital marketing course and I wanted to find out what particular digital product I could put out on the market that is unheard of, that's not really necessarily out there. And immediately I thought of, teaching people like hundreds of dollars of what I've already spent on coaching for pageants and what I've received, and using that within the industry for digital marketing, because we do have to brand, we have to have a level of confidence to produce ourselves, and we have to have a strategy on how to win. So I thought, why not monetize that in a influential way, not just based on the money aspect.
Yeah, and how has that influential way that you've really been able to integrate into the Regality Experience really stood apart from the typical strategies that you see with digital marketing agencies?
Right. So the biggest thing is owning your weaknesses. So that is within the pageant realm, owning your story. Where did you come from? What are some things that you're ashamed to kind of tell? I know with me, I come from a home insecurity background. I had a parent that suffered from substance abuse, and I experienced homelessness. So I take all of those, or I took with some of those elements and I apply that to myself. So how I apply that in confidence coaching is figuring out what your weakness is. And we're going to use that to your biggest advantage, opposed to not strengthening your weakness, because your strengths are your strengths. You want to make sure that with your weaknesses, everything is balanced out. And so that's basically the authenticity part of it. It also allows you to be more relationable and personable. We can't deny that within our society where technology, digital marketing is taking us, is curated on the personability and the relationability of what you can offer your consumers. So I use that to my fullest advantage for people to connect, because humanity is actually a biggest, richest tool that we don't even use or we don't even realize to this day.
Yeah, and I would dare say, owning your weaknesses really helps build that authority between you and the client, right? You have that transparency where maybe you can find a way to be able to fill in that gap through somebody else or through another tool that you have available that they might not even be aware of. But being very transparent also fosters that relationship. Would you agree?
Sure. I agree 100%. I realized that taking different courses and even listening to people like, oh no, I'm drawing a blank right now.
Don't you love it when that happens?
Tony,
all the time?
I'm about to say a pastor's name, but it's not Tony Tony Gaskins. Tony Gaskins is a very popular man when it comes down to the digital realm. And so something that I took heed to saying for him is, when you're able to use that transparency, you're able to foster a customer relationship, and customer relationship management is super important in order to bring in clientele along with revenue.
Definitely. Yeah, and maintaining that relationship can go a long way. So if say somebody were to come to you and ask you what is the difference between hiring somebody internal and hiring you, what is your key advantage for them?
I believe in the infrastructure that has to be built. Sometimes when you're in your own little mess, I like to use the relationship aspect when you ask your friend for advice, opposed to you actually being in the relationship. You have an external point of view, so you're able to see things from an objective standpoint, opposed to a subjective standpoint. And one thing I've noticed, I want to say it was Support Ninja released a article saying that outsourcing is 73% more important than when you keep it internal, because you're able to find different strategies and you're able to find alternative ways of, again, increasing your clientele and finding out who is your defining target audience.
Yeah. Well, Ebony, thank you so much for coming on. Loved having you on to give your insights today. To connect with the Regality experience and learn more about Ebony Acton's work, visit digitalchampionstv.com.
Can we just real fast redo that outro, because we had a little bit of a freeze moment that got on record. It froze you funny, Greg.
Yes, I will. Okay, ready?
Cool. Yeah, we'll start here. 3, 2.
Thank you, Ebony, for sharing your insights with us today. To connect with the Regality experience and learn more about Ebony Acton's work, visit digitalchampionstv.com.